I guess I kind of had a question that what the other guy was asking about the whole idea of like not wanting people to essentially know what you as being Christian and everything. And like I can really understand how that would be like throw a lot of people off. And I guess my question is like how do you reconcile the balance of having Christ as the ultimate healer to like a way of using human relationships, like are they intertwined or like I guess like with your whole I don't know policy of leading people out of addiction and suicide and depression, pain, like how do you use Christ in that? Like is it something where you guys approach him generally on the level of simply addressing the issues and then leading them to Christ, or does Christ come first? Like how does that work out?
I think you sort of inspired the answer with the question. Like, if we are the body of Christ, then what the heck does that mean? You know, like, if rather than I don't know, just the idea that what does that mean? If we are, if you consider yourself part of the church, that you are a representative of the gospel, that you are a representative of the work and life and truth of Jesus. So that's way deeper and bigger and more complex than just, hey, you need to sign up to know Jesus, you know? So we really believe in something that's holistic. Yeah, we believe in relationships. Like we believe that is a picture of the body of Christ. And we're also willing to acknowledge that I think when the world looks at the church, they often see something that looks very different. It looks pretty messed up and broken and weird, and some of it just looks like a lie, and some of it just looks really strange. Some of it looks like people that really want to be right, that aren't really interested in loving people, but just really want you to vote for John McCain. Like, if you do that, everything will be okay. And I think we just want to acknowledge the fact that, like, man, life is complex, you know? And I think, yeah, just saying that it's a patient process. Like, we're not trying to save the world start to finish, figure out everyone's life, everyone's problems in every conversation. Because I think sometimes the struggle as a Christian is that we want everything instant, you know? Like, we want everything to be so quick. And the reality is, like, most of what we do, our focus is around people just being introduced to hope. People just being introduced to the idea that they could be okay, to help. And I'm just a guy. Like, so I get to introduce the idea that I believe that God is still in the business of redemption, you know? And sometimes it's funny because I kind of get picked on for not saying things, but I feel like I've said a lot tonight. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what I believe and how I see the world, and if you heard the story, like, you know what I mean? So I think we're saying a lot, and I think just the reality is we don't have to be this really in and out 20-minute, hey, we're going to cure your addiction, but you have to come to Jesus. I think what does it look like to love someone unconditionally? You know, what does it look like? The idea that we're not, because people think that's all we're interested in is the come to Jesus moment. And I think part of what we're saying is there's things worth celebrating along the way. There's things worth mourning along the way. There's things that are really complicated along the way. And we're just going to try to acknowledge that.
Come on, bro.
I like you being. I like you being.
I think it's vintage. There's no mom's anymore.
No,
I mean, there are things, but yeah, I don't really have a question. I just really wanted to encourage you and lift you up because, you know, like, God moves in such mysterious ways, not to get too Bono-ish on you. But, yeah, because, yeah, God just really throws you curveballs and stuff. Like, me coming to Christ was like such a curveball in my life. And Renee coming in your life was certainly such a curveball.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I just want to remind you that God is just doing great things through you. And it's just really awesome, like, to see, like, all these people here, like, even just the amount of people that are still here.
Yeah.
It's just really amazing that.
These are all people that need God's home and stuff.
So, yeah, I just want to remind you that just the way that God's working through you is just really cool because, like, the connections that you've made, through music and stuff. Like music just speaks to me in anything else. And that's how I kind of heard about him. And so I've grown up in a situation where I've never really heard about any of this stuff. I've never struggled, but it also just brings the whole reality of life. And I just think that's amazing, the work that you've been doing. I just really want to encourage you and lift you up.
That's really cool. I appreciate that.